I'm just here to tell you this morning, very, very simply, I'm just here to tell you, it's not over. It's not done. It's not finished. And I don't care who said what. People could have rejected it. People could have said something about it. People could have wanted to stop you. I tell you, when God has called you, when God has anointed you, when God has appointed you, there's nothing that can stop it. It's simple. If you look at David's life, I'll close with this. If you look at David's life, the boy doesn't get invited to the family meeting, yet God chose him. There he comes. He walks from those shepherd's fields. He never knew that's the last time he's going to walk like a shepherd's boy. The next time he's going to walk as the anointed of the Lord. That's at the age of 13, by the way. He gets anointed. God does nothing with David for 17 years. Sends him back to the sheep. There you go. 17 years. Then one day he chooses to go and take bread and cheese for his brothers. He's still busy with acts of service. Never did he know that what happened in the 17 years prepared him for that moment. That wasn't Goliath, that was a platform. Goliath was not the problem. God was setting him up for a platform. Taking bread and cheese to his brothers. Nice pizza. Bread and cheese. Going with bread and cheese to his brothers. And as he goes with bread and cheese, God is already setting him up. I'm here to tell you, it might be the first day that you have faced a circumstance. You might have been in the circumstance for a year, or 2 years, or 4 years, or 5 years. Yes, so this is what I want you to say. If the word of the Lord still stands, then there is the breath of the mighty God that is still fluttering over that word. And as long as you can agree with Him, He will manifest His own word. The Spirit of the Lord hovering over hovering. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine this. Think of me just for a moment. Guys there in Cape Town, I hope you're shouting. I can't hear you, but think about this. Here Lazarus lies. He's dead. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Day 4, according to rabbinical laws, it's impossible. He's dead. Spirit of the Lord hovers. Because Jesus said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God. Lazarus lies dead. Or is he asleep? Is he dead or is he waiting? Spirit of the Lord hovers. Suddenly the stone gets rolled away by the people that placed him in there. Light penetrates the darkness. Still dead. Jesus stands on the outside. Bunch of people crying. Jesus says, this sickness, He says to the Father, Father, I thank you that you've heard me. When? 4 days earlier. In other words, what looked like a dead situation was the process of God. What looked like the impossibility was God working behind the scenes. All of you that sit here and everybody online, you have 4 days in your life. You might have 4 days in your marriage, you might have 4 days in your business, you might have 4 days in your workplace, you might have 4 days of relationships, you might have 4 days in your dreams. I tell you the truth, every single person, every one of us have 4 days. Somewhere in our lives we have 4 days. And there's a word out. There's a word out in front of you. But long before you face your impossibility, there was a word. Here Lazarus lies, the Spirit of the Lord hovers. What I love about Jesus, He makes this personal. He makes this personal. He could have shouted, the friend I love, Mary and Martha's brother. He could have said anything, but He doesn't. He says, Lazarus, come out. And the Word and the Spirit, they fuse. And the Spirit of the Lord hits that body. And here comes Lazarus. I'm here to say to you this morning, restoration shall be your portion. And it's not to be negotiated. Come on, guys, do we have faith? It's not to be negotiated. We cannot negotiate faith. We cannot negotiate His Word. It's not to be negotiated. And here Lazarus comes out wrapped, and Jesus says, let him go. And by the way, this word wrapping here means two things. The first thing that this word wrapping means limitation. The second thing that word wrapping here means the words of other people. Bounded by other people's opinions. Jesus says, you people that bound Him, I am the Word, unbound Him. Oh, come on. So I want to encourage each and every one of you. This is the thing I want you to do. I want us to have a moment this morning, because He wants your alabaster jar. He wants your alabaster jar. Come on, guys. And all you and I need to do, we need to give Him our alabaster jar back. You need to break it. Oh, come on. You need to risk it again. You need to, wherever you're listening to me from, you need to be brave again and walk into that house of Simon and spot the master. So there is he sitting, and take that alabaster jar and break it. Because when you break it, you have just put His reputation on the line.
Thank you for watching our latest sermon today and being a part of that what Empower Church is doing globally. We want you to stay connected, so please click the subscribe button and let your friends know. Be a part of what Empower Church is doing globally. Subscribe and do so today.